This is Stephanie, and this is the Mocha Minutes Podcast. Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I just want to let you know about something that's a little new here at the Mocha Minutes Podcast. We are now participating in Buy Me a Coffee. So if you haven't heard, buymeacoffee.com is a place where you can show some support and some love monetarily to some of your favorite content creators. That includes me. So it's in the increments of either $1, $3, or $5, and you can do as many as you would like. So I just wanted to let you guys know, would love some support. So if you would go to buymeacoffee.com/Mocha Minutes, I would greatly appreciate it. It will also be in the show notes. Okay, here we go. I don't know what it is that you've done to me, but it's caused me to act in such a crazy way. Whatever it is that you do when you do what you're doing, it's a feeling that I want to stay. 'Cause my heart starts beating triple time with thoughts of loving you on my mind. I can't figure out just what to do when the cause and cure is you. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control and something takes over me in a daze. Yep. What are these lyrics? You know what? Nope. I gotta pause it. Y'all, they just fucked up my groove. I'm so glad Taria's on mute. Y'all, okay, I feel like an old school podcaster right now, because there's a podcast named Black Guy Who Tips, and they did rap songs, and there were times he was like, where did they get these lyrics from? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, I know the song backwards and forwards, but it's like, first of all, when it says, when the cause and cure is you, I'm like, I feel like that's not what we learned when we was little. I'm like, wait, that's what it is? But anyway, y'all, we just want to get started. Welcome to the Mocha Minutes Podcast. I am Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me. I am joined by it's been a while since she's been here, but I talk to her all the time. I'm joined, because y'all can't see this, but I'm joined by my
every day. We talk every day. Not all the time. Every day. Not
all day, every day, but every day.
Every day, half the day.
So I have my liturgical dance ministry president, Taria, from What Else Is Going On. Y'all have no idea. I was like, what in the hell?
You can see me?
Yes, I can see.
Did you see me when you did the heart starts beating triple time? I did the heart.
Yeah, it was like, what? I got a liturgical dance ministry.
First of all, thank you so much for having me. Second, I am a typical Negro. When I did, this is the first time that I heard some of them words. I just made up my own.
Okay.
I was like,
the lyrics. This is stupid. This is stupid.
The cause and cure is you. I got to ask Corey, did he know the words?
Right. I'm like, I feel like that's not the.
It's like, so you're the sickness and the antidote? Right, I don't know if I like that.
Wait, you the COVID and the booster. Is that what you said? I'm sorry, we ain't got nothing. But Taria, thank you so much. When I say we talk all the time, we really do talk every day.
Yeah.
But it's been a while. And this is what happens, because she's so busy and she's so booked. And
but then I was sick this week.
And then, she off the sick and shut-in list.
Yes, thank you, Jesus.
I don't know how many praying grandmamas was out there. praying her strength in the Lord.
I had called on the ones that are here, the ones that had passed on. Okay. I said, I need y'all melodies from heaven. I need you to rain down.
When I tell you, I was like, girl, don't make me come over there. I know
sure did.
I was like, I want masked up, gown.
Let me tell you, if Corey was working, it just so happened that he was off because we were supposed to be in California celebrating little Corey's 21st birthday. So he went to work one day that Monday. He was off the total rest of the week. It couldn't have been timed better or worse. So
how was little Corey's birthday? I know y'all had to be virtual, but I hope he had a
Yes,
good birthday.
oh my goodness, he really did. He had friends come over that night. They had a party for him. They brought him gifts. And then the next day they went to Disney because he's got like a pass where they go to Disney out there. And then that weekend they were supposed to go to San Francisco, but all the floodings, the roads that they were going to take was flooded. So they went to Joshua with Trey. I said, don't you do no ayahuasca. So he did not. That's what he said anyway.
Y'all cannot see me. Did I just turned my camera off? We camera up, but let me tell you something. When we were acting like fools, I turned my camera off. Because Taria a mess.
He turned it right off too. He did not do ayahuasca with Will. Will said he did it 13 times. I said 13 times? What? You did ayahuasca.
How? I don't want to know how.
He was searching for something. I didn't know until I watched so one of the days that I was home as I was getting bed, like I could get out of bed because Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and almost all day into Tuesday, I was in bed. But I watched, I think Thursday or Friday, I watched The Best Man. And I did not realize that ayahuasca could also make you use the bathroom. I knew it could make you vomit, but I did not know that it could make you. I said, they doing all that together?
Let me find out.
So, but I know we're not here to talk about ayahuasca, although I do feel like these Potomac ladies could use an enema.
An enema, a storyline, a clue.
Listen.
Okay.
Stephanie, you know what's that? I think about the days though. Can you turn your camera on, please?
Yes, mother.
I think about the days. In the beginning, we didn't have storylines, even though it was a different housewives. I actually still like that because, like, say for instance, Ashley was planning all this stuff on this trip. And Robin was like, can we just lay on the beach? I feel like sometimes we would get more organic stuff if we did just force them to sit around and like talk, like, oh, just hang out, like girlfriends would hang out, not all this contrived stuff. I don't
want no Sandy Coochie either. Can we just
them mosquitoes?
We are in Tulum.
Them mosquitoes. That's where they were. I couldn't remember.
They were because they said Mexico, and then I was like, oh, they're in Tulum because the Black people don't go to the Dominican Republic anymore because we disappear. So everybody
they go to the Tulum, right?
And that was Tulum. It was Dominican Republic, and then they said, hey, we don't be last, and they said, oh, they died of natural causes.
We take Negroes out over here.
Natural causes, completely healthy. Y'all come to y'all
remember that year? How many people? How many of us died?
It was a lot, and it seemed like, and it's not like when I say a lot, y'all, it's not 50-something people, but it was just
a lot.
It was like stories, and I was like,
and it was happening back to back.
And then all of a sudden, people are like, yeah, we're going to go to Tulum. It's like, okay, first of all, I didn't realize there was a Tulum, Mexico, but now, there was the Cabo San Lucas.
Yeah,
and now it's Tulum, and I was like.
Okay, so I didn't know that's where they were, Tulum. Okay.
Okay, so y'all, everybody who knows us, we are Bravo-holics. We are big Potomac fans, but we also live here. So it's very, very, very interesting. Because I think I watch all of the shows. There's some that I'm just like, yeah, I'm good on you. I'm glad.
Say that again.
I'm like, I'm like, I feel like I had to watch Salt Lake just for completion, but I was just like, but let me just be very clear. There's still some that I just like skipped. I was like, girl, I don't.
Episodes, it's a whole season. Oh, did you watch? I got the gist.
I saw the clips.
That's.
I'm like, saw the clips. Like, and the thing about it is like, okay, so am I the only one who noticed that Potomac doesn't have an after show?
No, you're not. I just texted somebody that today and said, notice Potomac don't have an after show.
They don't have an after show.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
Because I'm trying to think. I'm like, has everybody had an after show? I'm like, yep, Beverly Hills had one. Atlanta had one. Salt Lake has one. Girl, I don't know why. It's like, girl.
Like, what?
Why?
Y'all have nothing to talk about.
How y'all edit out all the good shit? Because if you would have told me that I would have made it to the whole season and not see this bitch say, you better be nice to me so I can put money on your books. And I'm like, y'all cut this shit out? What? It's like,
I was listening to Carlos King's podcast, or actually I came across it on YouTube because it's on YouTube.
Because I was looking for his interview with Quad, and I was like, I thought this was on a podcast. I'm like, oh, it's on his YouTube page. But go ahead.
Which is wild to me too, because I'm like, is he taking them off of the podcast feeds? It's really weird. I would just assume that they would go hand in hand. So yeah. I was watching a video and then his came up. Mm-hmm. And speaking of taking things out, he was talking about Karen and Ray. Did you listen to the one? Okay, so he was talking about
which one? Who was on that with him?
By himself.
Oh, the most recent one. I didn't see that one.
Listen to that one. He was talking about Karen and Ray and how he has DJ Richie Sky was on a couple of weeks ago, and they talked about. He said, to be honest, he's heard. This is Carlos, that Karen and Ray have an agreement. Fast forward to today when he said the same thing, and he was like, things are talked about on camera. I mean, Nene and Greg talked about a relationship. And I was like, no. That was in the trailer that season, remember? But they never
came up during this. We never aired it.
Nope.
It's so wild that I'm like, now y'all getting real slick because and that's like stuff that is like blockbuster stuff. You're like, wait a minute, what? Yes. And it's like, it don't even come up in the season. I'm like, girl, I want to see that nosy ass heifer who don't really know Jen and just popped up. I'm like, girl, whose friend are you again?
Thank you.
You should be nice to me so you get money in your books. She's like, girl, who are you?
Like, right. Like it's those are the moments, because I've never cared for Jen Shaw, but the moments when you can when you agree with her, like, girl, who is this? And you can like see it all over her face. Right. Like,
and I was sitting here like, girl, put her in the chokey because she deserves to be there. However, why the fuck are all of y'all coming up to me right now?
Right.
I'm not having an intervention. Okay. I'm not.
Let me ask you this about the dinner, because I feel like I was on a different side.
Wait a minute. Who ate? Who's dinner? Salt Lake or Potomac?
Salt Lake. Oh, just real quick. Mm-hmm. Not the one. Was it the one where they dressed up? No, it was the one where Heather had nothing to do with the conversation. They were all good at first. Mm-hmm. By the way, if you go back and watch this dinner, I promise you, hand to God, I was looking at Heather's face and I was like, why it look like her eye is messed up? But then it wasn't until days later that she had the black eye. And I saw somebody tweet about they think that Heather had the black eye before. And I said, so do I, because she had that pink on, I think, with her hair up. And I said, why is her eye messed up? But Jen, I can't remember 100%, but Jen wasn't even, Heather and Jen weren't even going at each other until Dana / Dan and Yogurt / Dana McKellar from Wonder Years. It wasn't until she said,
Dana McKellar from the Wonder Years. She don't deserve this. But
it wasn't until she was like, well, tell her how you really feel about her, Heather. And I have to say, as much as Jen and Heather have that toxic relationship, Heather has repeatedly said to Jen, I think you treat me like crap. So it was nothing new for her to be saying. So when Dana was saying all that, it annoyed me, because then it made it seem like Heather started the argument and was the center of the argument, and everybody kind of turned on Heather.
And that's the problem with Dana. It was like, Dana, I swear you're sitting here like, girl, let me drop this tea because this is what she said. It's like, bitch, they were fighting. She already said that shit. It's like, girl, you are tacky, tired through, and late.
I need you to go
you're
somewhere.
Not even interesting. It's like, girl, your eyebrows aren't interesting. Leave us alone. It's like, girl, it was like, you got two Angies and a Dana. And I'm like,
and ain't none of them.
Oh my God. I would rather just give us a feed into Mary's closet. If y'all don't want Mary Cosby back, that's fine. Give us a closet, because I'd rather just look at her clothes than hear y'all talk.
And then mannequin hairs than that. And I said, I miss Mary. However, a couple of us, brown skin, you know I love you. Us.
Like not into y'all read Jesus. I love
it. Shout out to our other person we talked to every day, Zell.
Yes, Zelly Poo.
Shout out to Zell.
Let me tell you, like, girl, if you were like, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell you right now. I need y'all to listen real clearly. Don't come for me, because I got two Aries and they don't play about me. Okay, they don't play about me. They don't play about me. So don't come here.
Send one thing.
Here. Wait, who said it?
Because all I'm going to say is this. I'm not going to expose too much of our group chat, but the text that we were reading last night, I start to text her and say, so who I need to speak to?
Who? I'm sorry.
Because honey.
So
I said, let me back up.
This is what you do. Black.
Yeah. Because I was like, do you need me to, not even need, because we know she don't need. You want me to what's that meme? I don't know if it was on Bad Girls Club. It's two white girls and they're getting ready. One white girl's arguing with like another one, and the other one's like, move. Like, I got it. Move. When I woke up and read that, I said, let me pray first before I respond back. But Zell, you know who we right here.
Right. So it's this thing on TikTok. It's this sound people like, oh, we're doing It's So Big Me. My fucking turn. I'm like, that ain't me. It's like, oh, good. Oh, my fucking turn.
And I'm going to tell you, you're going to leave up off here crying, snotting, sniffling, sneezing, coughing, head stucking, ache, and you're going to need NyQuil.
I am y'all NyQuil because I'm sick of this. So, yeah, let's talk about Potomac.
Okay.
So I have not finished. So here's the thing. I have not finished Rodney's video.
Me neither.
I haven't finished the doll, the Brooke Ashley.
I finished hers. Okay.
So the thing about it is, I'm glad I wasn't the only one going, Karen is 1,000% wrong last week. Because I'm like, so ma'am, as somebody who also is mourning a parent.
Yes.
I don't know what I would do if I lost two parents within 4 weeks. Okay. Yeah. That is what happened with Karen Huger. I gave her
it was 4 weeks, right? Yeah. Okay. I was trying to remember.
Like a month or two between the two. It's like it was a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
And it has always, to this day, has always stuck out to me that the person that went to go check on her was Giselle Bryant.
Yes. Yeah, me too.
And I was like, the thing about that's why I was like, y'all, they're not really enemies. Let's be very clear.
Yeah,
they really are not. Because it's like, one, Monique was her friend.
Yes.
And it's like, well,
and they just watched her walk off.
And they walk. And it's like, Ashley, you didn't, like, the thing about it is like, at that point, it's like, would you expect Ashley to get up? Probably not.
Right.
It's like, you wouldn't. It's like, if I'm looking at that cast of people, I think this was like, what, season 3?
Was that with Giselle? And yeah, it was Candace's first season.
It was Candace's first season. Yeah. So Candace don't really know her.
Yeah.
Like her and Sharice have gotten into it, and
Sharice was there, right?
Right, because she had on the all red.
Yes.
I remember my Queen of Potomac. And then I get to that in a second. So the thing about it is, I'm like, on certain things, it's like out of the people that's sitting there, I honestly thought it would have been Monique. Like, I'm going to be completely honest and say I thought it would have been Monique. So it always stood out. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, so like, just put this in the back of my mind.
That is Monique.
They're not exactly, they really don't hate each other. Like, Giselle punches in and out for work. This is work. I'm at work off. I'm like, okay, I'm off the clock now. Oh my gosh. It's like, right. So it's like,
wait, I thought your oh my gosh was like we weren't recording or something. I was gonna say,
oh
what?
No, girl,
oh no, okay, but yeah, oh my god, this is work.
That is a mistake I've only made, that you only make twice.
Me too. Me too. That's funny.
Not once but twice. Like, give yourself some grace.
Me too.
You might do it another time.
Yep, I have.
So I didn't know that. And the thing about it is, until the last week's episode, I didn't realize that she had said it to her. Like, it was such a throwaway scene that I didn't realize that she had mentioned it to Karen, like, hey, I came to your mother's funeral, this, that, and the third.
Yeah. I didn't realize that either.
I was like, and the thing about it is, that's how literally irrelevant that whole scene was, because nobody don't remember this, Karen. So now you're seeing...
No, it was unaired. It said it was unaired footage. It was?
Oh, okay. Because that's why I don't remember this at all. It's like,
it was unaired.
So you're doing all of this because... No, remember what Karen said. As long as you don't mention this on the camera, and
and I was waiting for the aunt to say it on camera.
And all you got was a scene about her talking about Raven looks so grown. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Because I was like, so what is coming next? It must be coming in this scene. It must be coming in this scene.
Like, I rewound my DVR, went, okay, so wait a minute, did I miss something?
Yeah. Yep, she didn't say, unless they didn't air it, she didn't say it. Because what would be the point of airing it if you're not going to show it?
Why are you showing a clip of your aunt from that, like that 2-part special of a spinoff that nobody didn't watch?
Because I didn't watch it. I said, well, am I missing something? And I forgot to go back and watch it. Okay.
Okay. See, this is rude. I'm being rude now. So the thing about it is that a lot of people are team Karen in this because they don't like Sharice. And I'm like, I need y'all, like, it's like there's going to be a point of you watching Housewives for a long time to realize that you can evolve to, let me just make this situational. Let me just be very clear. Sharice, if you don't give a fuck about Karen Huger, Stop asking her why y'all not friends. Because you don't want to be her friend anyway.
Exactly. And it's like, I wish they would just both be honest.
Sharice, she is a non-motherfucking factor to you. You are the Queen of Potomac. Nobody is dethroning you. The thing about
or disputing that.
Like, the only reason why she is called the Grand Dame is because Giselle was making fun of her ass.
Yes. Was it for the birthday, or was it
etiquette? It's like,
she gave her the
etiquette book.
Yeah,
like, girl, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, so the thing about this, girl, that was a dig, and you, of course, you made it a term of endearment. Everybody's like, that's right. It's like, girl, my Grand Dame knows how to buy the correct wig glue from off rip.
You know what?
I'm just saying. So the thing about it is, I listened to Carlos. I'm saying watch or listen because it's on YouTube. It's like,
right,
when you're working, it's like, oh,
you're listening. Yeah.
So because I forgot this about Sharice. So her first season, right before they started filming, she lost several brothers. She had lost her mother, and she said, I was depressed and I didn't even know it,
and didn't even want to be on the show.
Because remember, it's just like, she cast him. She was like, no, I'm gonna help y'all cast it. I don't want to be on the show. Like, oh, like, if they hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't be on the show. She didn't go. She is not Jill Zarin.
Yeah.
She wasn't trying. She's not Gina Keel or Vicky Gumbelson. They wanted to be a part of the show.
Yes.
Sharice did not. She said, I needed something to distract myself. And as somebody grieving, I totally get that. Oof. Girl, I'm like, I don't need to be here.
Look, and she had stuff she couldn't talk about anyway.
Right, because the thing about it, because I didn't realize that's because I thought they was starting like their divorce thing season 1.
Me too.
Sharice was like, he said, oh, if you do show, we might get divorced. It's like, time out, homie. Why would you say something like that?
Right. Yeah.
Because he was looking for a way out. And it's like, that's actually kind of like.
But one thing she said, though, that I didn't think about, she said, for him to say that, his mind was already there.
Exactly.
Because why would you just bring that up?
Because make it seem like, oh, we got divorced because of the show. No, homie. You wanted to shut up and dribble in Jersey without Sharice.
Yeah.
Just be that honest. Yeah. So here's the thing. So I don't know if you got this deja vu from Karen about Karen versus Sharice. It's kind of like her versus Giselle. And they say, what is your issue with Giselle? She was deaf on my husband. Karen, what the hell are you talking about?
I think, you know what I think it is? And I wish that she would say it and then find a way to shut it down or deflect from this. Mm-hmm. My issue with Karen, you can say,
I just don't like her.
I don't like her. And when they push, why? Sharice did it. She said, you're the one I was sleeping with, a married man. So she could have very easily, I'm sorry about that. She could have very easily said, you know what? Sharice, you know I don't mess with you because every time you turn around, you're accusing me of stepping out on my husband, and we're not doing that. But see, the problem is that means the conversation is going to continue. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't want that conversation to continue. So instead of meeting the issue head on, like, Sharice, I don't mess with you like that because you keep talking about me and my marriage, you just keep shutting it down other ways. When she could have very easily said, I don't mess with you. You talk about me and my marriage. Keep your mouth shut, because Sharice is going to throw the accusations out anyway. And the Grand Dame, you're smart enough to know how to shut it down, just like you did with Robin. So you could have very easily shut it down, because that's my issue with that.
Karen's full of shit. I love the Grand Dame.
We like her, and she's been a liar since we've talked about this.
Right. It's like there's a level of delusion with Karen that I so enjoy. She is very entertaining, but let's be very clear. Karen be flat out lying.
Yes.
One, you can't sit here and say we cool. No, we're not cool. Or better yet, here's the thing, madam. You were planning the trip with Ashley. So it's like, I've also seen the Discord. I'm like, this is Karen and this is Giselle and Robin's fault. Time out. Who planned this trip?
Right.
Ashley. Stop acting like Ashley is not also pushing this. Because what did she say? I'm so glad you said something to Karen. Girl,
yes. What? She's pushing it. She's pushing it from this. Yep.
Exactly. I'm like, why y'all acting like Giselle or Robin planned this trip? Ashley planned this trip with Karen.
Said I forgot to make Sharice.
So you knew she was coming. Why didn't you say, I'm like, girl, you and your co-host, which, by the way, season 2, this is what happens when I go back and watch. I'm like, so the clip they keep showing of Sharice talking about, like, do I say that you have a boyfriend and blue eyes? Here's the thing about the edit. This is what helps Karen. because they're editing out the fact that she was reacting to something she saw Karen do on Hot Mic. Charisse better stop playing with me before I bring out those photos of her and the fireman. What Charisse said was a reaction, but Karen's acting like it came out of nowhere. Like, no, bitch, you gonna stop talking. Because one, you and Charisse were trying to go at it when y'all was going on that trip. You one sat by Charissa's pool and y'all said, "Oh, let's plan the trip together." Then it was like, "Oh, we didn't say that. I didn't say that."
Said there was no co-host, and not only
and it's that, like, Karen,
she had Giselle's back. Remember when she went on she went on Watch What Happens Live, and Giselle had said that about Charisse and the fireman in between seasons, and Karen said Giselle doesn't lie.
That she and notice it's like people forgot this, like, Giselle a lot of things, but she don't lie.
Isn't it funny because every housewife that we've watched from different franchises say that it comes back to bite them in the butt.
Said, but it's like, Giselle be lying, but Karen, you said
she don't never lie.
You said she don't never lie. She a lot of things, but she don't lie. Because the thing about it is, it's like, Karen, just say, because one, I can respect you just saying, I don't fuck with her because I don't fuck with her. Like, you could just, that is a period.
Everything she said on her YouTube, she could have said.
She could have said, like, I just don't fuck with her. But here's the thing. That means, Karen, you shouldn't fuck with Ashley Darby either. Because let's be very clear. The first person who brought up blue eyes was not Charisse. It was Ashley.
And said that she was Ashley has a thing about hand movements, don't she?
Don't talk with your hands, girl. I will blip you in the forehead. I will pluck you.
She said they were kind of she kind of did the same hand motions that she did with Deborah and Chris. She said that her what'd she say, her stepson was at the bar and saw them.
It's like, let me tell you something. Back in the day, y'all, this is why I'm like, don't check into Potomac.
Thank you.
Season 4 reunion.
Say it.
Check in season 1, because you like,
Jamel Hill, I need you to stay up off of Potomac. I need you to go find an ESPN that will rehire you to do some commentary instead of commenting on things that you don't know the history about. One would think that you would know as a reporter that you must go back and research the subject you were talking about. But maybe they don't do that over there at the ESPN, or maybe you didn't, because it seems like you're sitting in a separate seat. Go back to Below Deck.
It's like, I'm Carlos and you're Dustin. What just happened here? It's like, See, and the thing about it is like, I get it. Going back to the beginning of something takes a lot of.
But Stephanie, that's the only way.
I mean, honestly, it really is, because the thing about that's probably why I have such a different thought process about Summer House.
Yes,
I started from the beginning. I'm like, very good. Lindsay has been this way from day one, and I love her about it. And I'm like, I get it. Y'all like, oh, it's because she's your birthday twin. So first of all, unless I'm getting a invitation to a bachelor party for Hub House,
right?
Because we birthday twins, I went ahead. Okay,
right. Lindsay has all. It's nothing new, but everybody has their. I won't even say problematic fave. Your fave that has many problems.
Right. It's kind of like, they're like, it's problematic. I'm like, y'all just don't like her. It's like, maybe your underdog fave.
Yes.
It's like, is Lindsay problematic? I'm like, yeah, actually, the people who is more problematic, one of them is still on the show and dating somebody from Southern Charm. The other one is not there and said, oh, I quit. Girls, because they were going to kick your ass off.
And actually got married to that man. I didn't think it was going to happen.
Kyle's older cousin.
Because they say he, all right.
You know what? No, I can't even get it.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
I can't wait for Summer House to start. I'm gonna say that because I can't do Winter House because it's 2 reasons why. Y'all know why. That tall man, that handsome man, that tall man, and that man who makes pillow shams.
I had given up Summer House last season because I did not appreciate. I think we are like-minded. Definitely in the fact that, and I think if we call each other out on it, or if we make points, you're like, I'm the first one to be like, Dag, Stephanie, you know what? You're right. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah.
Zell the same way. I think that we are able to say, hey, Sierra was not my favorite person on the show. However, I do see y'all doing X, Y, and Z, or you know what? Danielle may not be my favorite, but she was right. Like, we are able to say, we are at the place where we're like, you know what? So-and-so is my favorite, but I have to call a thing and don't like this, right? With Summer House last season, there was something I felt like when Sierra was going along to get along with the white girls, I'm gonna just say it. They thought, the audience thought Sierra was beautiful and she was this and she was that. Enter Maya, the black girl, and Sierra. They don't understand the connection that Maya and Sierra had, simply because you know what it's like when you're always the only one. That was a connection on a deeper level. And we saw Sierra speak up about things that, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even think she thought about, right? I'm just being honest. And I feel like there was a sudden switch in the way people talked about Sierra, absent of what we talked about before. Because me and Zell had this conversation. You and I had this conversation. You and Zell. So I'm talking when the brass tacks of her being a black woman, seeing another black woman come on and recognize what she was feeling and tapping right into that, despite everything else. And I felt like when other people that were not black saw that, maybe they didn't even recognize it. But the way in which they flipped talking about Sierra and then centered Danielle was a problem for me. And so I said, y'all can have anything named Summer, Winter, or House. And that's when I took my hiatus, because I was like, because what I'm about to do is I may say something that I may not be able to take back. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm just talking in terms. So I said, let me back up and let them just have this, because it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, because this is my issue, because it's one I could see. It was weird to say I could see both sides.
Yes.
And that boy, who I can't remember his name, but all I know is he counted proteins and macros, and he was like a bodybuilder.
Alex. I heard he's coming back.
I think he is.
I think he should be given another shot.
Because I think so. Because I think it was kind of like, they're like, is he still on the show? It's like, yeah, him and Andrea, but you know. I can just look at it. It's pretty. I don't need him to talk. I just need to look at it.
You know what? Can I say real quick about Andrea? You know what made me raise my level of respect for him? All that stuff would happen with him and Maya. You know, Nanaya, the black girl travel, the blog, beautiful. She had a conversation with him because when all that was airing, she said something about certain parts of Italy where she experienced racism. And he was like, what? It's not like that there. And she said, how would you know? They wouldn't be that way to you. And
how would you know that? Right. They wouldn't treat you that way.
They wouldn't treat you that way. And the way he was actually, this whole listen and learning, he actually did ask actual real questions to her and had actual conversation, really took my level of respect for him to a totally different level.
Yeah. Because I liked his response. And I cannot believe, when they were having that conversation,
girl,
I could not believe that Kyle Cook was like, dude, this is not about
yes.
What the fuck is happening here?
That's the part, I think that's the part of Kyle that I would have to tap into sometimes. The
thing about it is, like, there have been others, because around that time there's a whole bunch of different shows talking about race, but for some reason Summer House handled it the best.
Yes.
And it's like they just did, and it is so interesting. And it's like they're not that young. It's like, I'm sorry, Kyle is 40 years old.
Yes,
it's like they're not young people. So here was the thing that I wish Danielle had tapped into, because Alex is Asian, and he was able to add his experience as a person of color in the Hamptons without making it about himself.
Yes,
so he was just like, I understand, because this also happens to me. Danielle, you could have added that in. Like, I understood what she was saying, because I think there was probably trepidation on her part, because
and
she
I get
didn't want to like take away from that at the moment.
And she's been around friends that she may have never
because
these conversations
it's like she would never have these conversations, because I still remember when her and Sierra talking about like being
the hair and
like the hair. So it's like it was there. So it's like pockets. So I understand both, like either way, if she had like put in her part about like, because when y'all are talking about just race, but the thing about it is like, here's my thing about Sierra. Ma'am, you were there the year before. And the only reason why we're having this thing, because let's be very clear, Alex didn't want to sit himself. Danielle didn't want to sit herself. This was about Maya. She was the one who said something. And then it was like, Sierra's like, let me include, and it sounds so weird to say, because I think Maya had the backup from Sierra, and then Sierra's like, oh, I can finally say something. Like, girl, nobody stopped you. You just didn't. But I also can understand why she didn't say anything.
Right. It was like, okay.
Like, you can understand what people say something on when they don't. Like, I understand both, but I just am like, you're trying to see, you're trying to make it about you and Maya, but Maya's really the one who was voicing everything.
Yeah. My issue with Danielle wasn't even, I get why she didn't say anything. And I appreciated her saying that.
Yeah.
Maya and Sierra had that conversation because she said they were brave. I don't know if I could ever be that brave. My issue was that, my issue was then after that, you go to these white outlets. And it's one thing for you to say you felt like you were erased when she said, I'm the only woman of color. And I get it. I understand that you definitely need to have your term. Because I had a conversation with someone non-Black about this when they were like, I'm tired of people schooling me about saying the wrong word. At least I'm educating. And I said, well, see, no, we don't need that.
We don't need you educating.
You can't be bothered to say right, to get the right terminology, then I would suggest, but see, that's the difference between Black women. We don't know, we just don't say it. But that's a whole nother podcast. So
and if we have to be corrected, like, thank you, I stand corrected.
Right, because I want to make sure I'm telling people the right thing. And I'm saying I'm an ally or an advocate.
Right.
So what I didn't like was when she went on certain platforms of white men and she made it seem as if Sierra purposely discounted her heritage. And so now her ethnicity. So now the conversation is not even about the thing it was about. It's now about a Black woman.
And it's like, that's not true.
That's not what happened.
Alex was part of the conversation too.
Yeah.
And it was like, he's like, people think I'm the help. And I'm like,
that would have been a perfect time for her to say.
You can talk about that because I'm pretty sure if you left with hair was not straightened, they would think that you were the help too.
And if you didn't, I mean, even I bet you if she dated somebody non-white, they would be quickly reminded.
Or if you talk like an Afro Latino man, they'd be like, oh, I guess you, okay.
Yeah. So I said, because I think what really got me was there were people on Twitter saying, but you can't discount her feelings. And I said, it's interesting that you're not considering Sierra's feelings. I'm telling you, I get what Danielle was saying.
Correct.
But in a space where we're talking about this, imagine if it was about Afro-Latinas right then. And I said, and Danielle said, as Danielle said, as the first Black woman in the house, and I'm Black there too, I would have either said something then, or in the interview, if it was brought up, I would have said, I know she didn't mean it, but there's a heightened sensitivity to things going on. This is how I felt. I get it. But the way it was made to feel like she purposely excluded her from that conversation.
And that's the thing. It wasn't on purpose. But the thing about it is like, Danielle, the only person who held you back was Danielle. It was not Sierra and Maya. So I
would have loved to see that conversation with all of them.
Because it's like, it's like, until Alex said something, I literally forgot.
Yeah, me too. Right.
He's mostly not there.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing. He really wasn't there, but then he said it. It's like,
somebody tried to say he was lying about that.
And it's like,
I said, y'all want to believe,
y'all want to believe this so badly.
So bad.
Y'all just making this up. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's not.
Girl, can you imagine us being in the house and seeing that? Girl, they would have to cut to come out. But you can leave the cameras rolling if you want.
And it's like, the thing about it is, it's like, and Lizzie was silent. So then fast forward to when Sierra and Danielle got into it, I was like, very clear. I was like, so Sierra? You're like, and Danielle just got into, no, baby, you brought her into it, said, you too, and TWO. And it was like, wait a minute, how did I get into this? It was like, who are you talking to? Your issue is with Lindsay.
Yeah.
And it's like, I have seen Lindsay literally get out the gate and scream. She literally just walked away from you. She's like, can we talk about this? No, I'm not doing this.
Oh, when she was following her. I
was like, girl, I have seen Lindsay jump down people's throats. She is yelling about somebody at a sandwich. She has like yelled at her friends, got into it with the Winkus twins. She has gotten into it with people, and she literally did not. I feel like
she did not do that with you.
It's so weird that I'm like, it's almost like Lindsay works in PR. And she knew how that would look.
And
she got into a yelling match with a Black woman. It's almost like this is her job. It's like, you do realize, and she was just sitting there like, okay. You're like, why? Because one, she knew what that would look like. If she is fighting with Paige or Hannah or the Winkus twins or that ex-roommate from season 1,
Christina out. Christina out.
And it's like, that would be different. But it's like she almost knew that if I get into a screaming match with Sierra, how's that going to look?
Which is unfortunate
PR,
because
bitch, why y'all acting like she don't know what she doing?
And it's unfortunate because if she had gotten to a screaming match with her, for me, I get where she would be coming from with that.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I wouldn't have taken it like that. I would have taken it like, this is the Lindsay that we know. The odd thing was for her not to be screaming.
Right.
And I think that the reason Sierra, you saying that, it's probably why Danielle kept chiming in. So if I was Sierra and I'm talking to Lindsay, I would then have, instead of saying you two, I would have turned around and been like, mind your business, because I'm not talking to you.
Right. Because it was like Sierra.
Because Danielle kept chiming in.
Her in.
You should have been like, you should have deaded that.
Then you should have told Paige to shut the fuck up.
Right, yep. Everybody.
Clear.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, Geppetto told you to go to that damn
Sure did. Sure did.
And I'm like, why are you not mad? And the thing about it is,
amped you up.
If Paige was friends with Lindsay, that would have never happened. She would have never said to confront her in this table.
Because she would have known what. Yeah.
Paige
You're right.
That's the thing.
I mean, think about
Lindsay's friend. It's like, of course, like, no, embarrass her. And it's like,
because Hannah wouldn't even, Paige wouldn't even tell Hannah when she was wrong. She ran back and forth between her and Amanda, like Paige, saying two different things. Remember?
And what did Paige do? Girl, I can't get involved. I'm like, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
When it's two friends, Paige ain't gonna get involved. She fucking hates Lindsay.
She can't.
That's right. You should go down here, and you watched her.
She wound her up. Yep.
And
her emotion. You knew it was. It's a different type of emotion when it's behind somebody that you like.
Right. And the bad part about it is, I'm like, so the thing about it is, I'm sitting here like, you two beautiful ass women is like literally fighting about that tall ass man.
That thumb.
That man, that butter face.
Everything but.
It's like, ma'am, why are you not? And then I was like, yeah, let me talk about Austin. No, bitch, fuck you. Because you spent a whole damn season talking about how Lindsay is a terrible person. Girl, you do realize Austin ain't claim her ass either. So fight the real enemy. And it ain't Lindsay Hubbard. It ain't Danielle either. It's like,
I didn't watch Winter House, but I listened to Kara's
recap. I didn't watch it either.
I told her, I said, I listened to your recaps. So I feel like I know what's going on from everyone's business but mine.
Okay.
And evidently, Sierra, because I was going to ask you, do you think she kind of came to an awakening? But since you didn't watch either.
I don't know.
That basically, she kind of just was like, you know what? Like almost like light bulb going off.
And it's like, so did Kara think that that's what happened with Sierra? She finally got it.
Yeah, like in Winter House, finally. Because then Austin was gonna bring in, so Austin was flirty, doing all that. And then he was gonna bring in a girl that he was supposedly dating on Southern Charm. And Sierra was like, okay, so wait a minute, see what we're not gonna do. I know we're not together, but like, why? He was gonna bring in the girl to stop himself from flirting with Sierra.
Girl, right? You literally threw a glass you got into
at somebody over that
Danielle, over this man who was not claiming her either. That's why Lindsay was like, "Girl, what the fuck are you talking about?"
I need you to keep me abreast of their friendship. If you think, I need you to give me the real. If you think they're all really friends, Maya, Danielle, and Sierra.
So I think it's so weird to say because Hannah's off the show. So I feel like Paige needed a friend, so that's why she bonded with Sierra. Because who else she got into something? I mean, she got Amanda to an extent.
But to an extent, because Amanda is tied to Kyle, and Kyle is definitely tied to the other crew.
Because it's like, I know we seen the trailer, and he's like, Carl.
I did not. What happened?
So apparently, it's like alluding to in the trailer,
like a friendship break.
They have not. I don't think it's a whole break, but because it's mostly about business and that lover boy thing, and he's saying that Carl is not working hard enough. But it's like, hello, BravoCon was in November, and it seemed like y'all were friends. So I think they probably worked this out. And the thing about it is, Carl and Kyle have had like little
and
they worked it out. So I feel like that's for me, that's a non-factor. I think the one that I'm paying attention to is going to be Danielle and Lindsay, but I will say from both of them, what I've been hearing is that they're hoping they can fix it. So
really?
Yeah, because it's kind of like they're very much like, maybe like we can work on it. So it's never like neither one of them said the door is closed. Neither one of them said that. So it's kind of.
So what do you think the fallout came from?
I have a feeling it does have to do with her relationship with Carl. And how quickly it moved. That's the thing. Carl and Lindsay dated before, but Carl and Danielle also dated.
Yes, before she came in the house. And wait a minute. Do you remember? I said it was a throwaway comment, but I will never forget. Mm-hmm. So we know that Carl and Danielle dated. He comes
Mhm.
into the house. Carl and Lindsay dated. After they broke up, Danielle and him were in a cab, and they remember when they told the story, she put his hand on his penis and they were kissing. And Lindsay said, Danielle always makes out with other people's boyfriends. And I said, now wait a minute. It was a very throwaway, quick comment.
This.
Yeah, I have to find actually kind of I can't funny. Remember if it's on. I have a feeling it's probably
what from like was Hannah and Tage on there? Yeah. Because I swear, people who watched Summer House, it must have been season 2.
It was no, this was after Carl, whatever season that Carl and Lindsay tried the first time.
Oh, the finger bang one.
Yes, and then he was asking out the trainer and all that. They broke up. And then after that, like I'm gonna find it. It was either at that reunion or a Watch What Happens Live when it came out that Danielle and Carl had kissed, and she had touched him through his pants, and she was like, Danielle always kisses other people's boyfriends. I'm gonna find it, and that's
find it because I'm just like, I don't remember that comment, because the thing about this, Carl has dated damn near Carl. I don't say dated, kissed almost every woman that has come into Summer House.
Yes,
including only except for one of the whatever Winkus twin is married. That's the one he did not.
And Hannah. With. That's it.
And Hannah.
That's it.
It was like, child. It's like Melrose Place on Bravo.
You know,
so it's like, I'm just saying. It is. I'm just saying. It's like.
I wonder if he ever hooked up with Christina. I wonder if any of them had ever hooked up with Christina.
Now I'm kind of remember. I don't. That's the thing, because I kind of.
Christina out. Christina was telling the business.
Christina out.
We were OG watchers,
clearly, because I was like, yeah, I like Lindsay, but girl, what you're not gonna do is have your business in our house and you ain't tell me. Girl, get out.
And got people coming up and sitting through and having meetings.
Shut the hell up.
I'm trying to walk through in my boy shorts and no top, and now and you having a business meeting in the living room.
It's like, girl, what it's the cameras here, yo.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
so but back to Potomac. Well, there is a tie. There is a tie-in. Giselle going on that date with Jason. I didn't know his mom was white. It doesn't matter. I just didn't know.
I did.
I mean, it makes sense now that I know. If anybody black was going to be his type, it would be Giselle or an Ashley. Yep, I'm going to say
it. Here's the thing. I kind of wish, because I don't know if he was at BravoCon. I kind of wish they had hooked up Ashley with him and not Luke. But here's the thing.
Because that's not Ashley's type. Ashley don't want nobody that looks like half of her. I'm sorry.
Let me just cut this thing. No, I'm kidding. But the thing about it is, I think it's very interesting because I've seen like the Watch What Happens. I was like, ma'am, you are not divorced yet. Why are you blasting your relationship? See, the thing about it is, I was sitting here like,
I didn't buy into it.
I was like, because
you didn't believe it either.
When Giselle and Robin, they like, do you think it's going to last? Robin said yes. Giselle said no. And I was like, yeah, there's a reason. 1, that bitch is still fucking married. 2, this is your first relationship, like first dating another man outside of Michael that you've been with for God knows how long, because you're 30 something and you married him at what, 24? Girl.
I feel like
and third, it is Luke. This is what you get from Luke. Maple syrup and mouth. That's it. Don't ask for nothing else. You're like, no, you don't need, this man has a 2-hour mouth. And he can hook you over some maple syrup. Do that. Say it. See if he can infuse it with something. Girl, shut up.
I don't believe Ashley when she said anything. Stephanie, you know I feel this way about her. I have since day one. So all y'all people that are trying to jump on the bandwagon, and Ashley now, shut up. Because she's been that way. But Mani came on the podcast maybe 2 months ago. And she said that her friend still lives in Ashley's apartment building that she lived in with Michael. And that Ashley still lives there.
Yeah.
So this whole house thing. I don't think they're getting a divorce. I think DJ Richie Sky said it. And it made me think. And I'm going to ask you what you think. This was a way for Michael to not have to film this season and for Ashley to have a story. Yes. Okay.
See, that's the thing. And the thing about it is like, as much as I'm like, Deb, she is a messy forehead. I've been saying it since day damn one. She's been messy
Right.
since day damn one.
Yeah.
The thing about it is she's been messy since day damn one.
Yeah.
The thing about it is she's also a self-drag.
Yes.
It's like as much as she be messy trying to bring out other people's shit, she don't
Drags herself in the
she
process.
drags herself. So back to Karen and Charisse,
who each drag themselves also. My God.
Karen, you are full of shit. And the thing about it is, Charisse too Jersey for this. Bitch, if you got a problem with me, say it.
Yeah.
Stop saying we cool. And also, Karen, stop bad mouthing Charisse in front of her friends. You say this shit in front of Ashley. You say this in front of Giselle. You say most notably Ashley, because you know you haven't learned with Ashley, and you ain't learned. How do you think? And you know, if you didn't say it in front of Giselle and Robin, you said it in front of Ashley. So Ashley gonna tell Giselle and Robin, and that's how this shit go. It's like the thing about it is, Karen, grand dames don't have to lie.
Yeah.
Grand dames don't mince their fucking words.
Right.
If someone said, you said this, I'm like, yeah, I fucking said it. I don't like you. You don't like me. I feel like it's fine. We could sit here and eat some conch and enjoy a vacation. But no,
I'm good on you.
I'm good on you. It's like, Robin, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, not Robin. Karen, stop with your bullshit. Also, Karen, now, everybody who knows me knows that I've been on LOA from the Dixon district for like maybe 4.5 weeks. And last week, I think it's more like 6. Go ahead. It's more like 6. It really is like 6. Because I'm like, come on,
Zell, we got to break it to our girls. It's been like 6.
It's been like 6 weeks. Let me tell you something. I was like, I'm putting it like, you want to extend it? Yes,
that was so funny.
Girl,
when you said that in the text, you said, guys, random text out of the blue. I think I'm going to have to extend.
I'm going to have to extend my leave of absence. Because, girl, it's like, I love Robin, but it's like, baby, stop this.
Oh, that's what LOA means.
Leave of absence. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I just went with it because I didn't know.
So my leave of absence, I had put in my paperwork, return from LOA. Because let me just be very clear. Karen, you are so funny to sit here and want to jump down Robin's throat, and you are like, you don't tell us your business, ma'am. You are in peril with that lady with the bird that mysteriously died in her house, and the umbrellas, and the little songbird, and the green-eyed bandits and forehead. Then you came back and got in your little car and moved to another fucking house, and they were like, wait, when the hell did Karen move?
In the middle of the night.
It's like, ma'am, you are the last person to say that to Robin.
You're right.
I would take that from Ashley Darby. I'm like, Darby got a point. I mean, I don't know. It's like because the thing about it is like, Karen, I think it was like when she had her like her little wig at that storefront, that little wig thing. And then
when she set Candace up.
Right. And then when Robin asked her a question, she jumped down Robin's throat.
Yes, she did.
And I was like, why? Like, what is your issue?
She jumped with both feet and then brought up and said, be worried about what Juan is doing or what Juan is saying when Juan is drinking.
Business. What is happening here?
Yep.
Karen, why are you acting like it's like you be coming after Robin? It's like, girl, name a confession.
And see,
don't talk about Robin.
I wondered about that because I'm going to be honest. Remember in the beginning of the season? Remember in the beginning of the season when Karen said, and then now that the more of the season's going on, like, is she trying to lay groundwork? Mm-hmm. Remember when she said there was a man on the cast that made her uncomfortable? Mm-hmm. She never said anything. People thought it was G, but based on her timeline and when Mia started, I don't know why. But I felt like she was talking about Juan. And then I said, her and Robin can never, ever get on the same page. And Juan can't stand Karen either. Remember when she sent them butterflies and she was like, I ain't going to that. And then I thought back to season 5 when she was like, worry about what Juan does and says when he's drunk. And that was kind of like the last time that he had been around the group. So I was like, and now she's saying that he's dating a woman that looks like
it's her. Like, ma'am, exactly. I'm saying here, like, you don't fucking like Robin. So why are you like, oh, tell me about your life? Why? You don't like her. Man, Karen, y'all, like, everybody at that table who is like saying, you do this. I'm like, y'all all do this to each other.
That's what I was going to say. It's like when Robin and Giselle talking about Charisse. You literally got Giselle won't even look in Wendy's direction. So we get
like y'all. So and I think so. This is my theory about why Karen could say this is about your mom. No, it's not, because you brought your mother up, not Sharice. She did. She just said you were not a good friend to her. She's like, because once she's like, I tell him what I did for you. You sent her a text message.
I wish Sharice now on that part. It's like Sharice. Now she did send you more than
she did send more than a sentence when they were sitting at the table. She said, "Yes, you sent me a text," and then she like. So here's the thing. She said,
"What else did I do for you?" And I'm thinking, did she? Well, what?
So let me just be full transparent.
What did you do?
Moment. So at my father's funeral, like people can send flowers to the funeral home. There was flowers from one of my mother's friends.
It was a beautiful ceremony, by the way. I just have to say, it was so beautiful.
It was so beautiful. So thank you. So somebody sent flowers that I know my mother has not talked to in years. It was miraculous that it made it to the funeral home. It's almost as if
Shut up. He
looked up the arrangements and could just fucking send flowers. Karen, you are ridiculous. And also,
so you're saying that Karen sent that text for the same motive that she's saying Sharice showed up to the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because she's like, look, here's the time.
Because I was surprised she had it after all this time.
So that's my other thing. So it's like, ma'am, why are you not showing where you sent that text to? You're not showing us. Ma'am, you said you have not talked about her in 5 years. And y'all filmed in 2022. That text is allegedly from September 2018.
That's what I couldn't believe she still had it.
And that's what, like, the thing about this, like, this is the same lady who don't seem that tech savvy. I'm like, so I know how to like if you look up somebody's name.
Yes, all the text messages.
You can find the text messages. So if you ain't checking her, you don't fucking like her.
I was going to say.
Would you keep her number in your phone?
And even if I had your number, I don't have text messages from you.
Girl, it's like, better yet.
Unless I'm keeping them for a reason.
You blocked Robin from Instagram, right? Then you have Giselle blocked for a little while. So you're not at that less tech savvy as you want. So here's my theory about why Karen really is trying to like throw salt on Sharice, the woman who literally put this fucking show together, and you're acting like she's like, I didn't say she didn't, because when she said you're trying to get back into a friend group, bitch, she ain't never leave. She just wasn't mic'd up. Yeah. But seriously, she was there. So here's my theory. Karen likes being the elder. Karen likes being the oldest person and the one, mind you, Giselle is not that far off from age.
Child, when she said geriatric fight, I said, all of y'all are recycling Candace reads, by the way.
Like, madam, you're like, show me your AARP card. Get out of my face.
But also show me, Giselle and Ashley, that y'all not fans of Candace without showing me that y'all not fans of Candace.
The thing about it
that y'all are actually fans.
It was like, if it was Ashley or Candace, hell, even Candace, Ashley, Wendy, hell, even Robin or Mia. Because like Robin is younger than her. And I think her and Mia are close.
I think Robin is 1 or 2 years younger than I am.
Yeah. So it's kind of like
I'm 77.
Yeah. So it's kind of like they make sense. Giselle don't make no sense. Like, girl, what the hell? So the thing about it is Karen likes being the oldest person there. Her and Sharice have a 2-year age difference. I don't know if Sharice is older or if Karen's older.
Oh, wow.
I think Karen is now, she was 59 and 22. Did she keep saying 5'9"?
Yes, 5'9". Even though Sharice, as Scotty says, looks like she works in the chicken place at the gas station. Because he was going, even though he said, I didn't have Sharice for being almost Karen's age. She doesn't look
when she said it, I was like,
yeah, I'm shocked. Go all right, go ahead.
Yeah, so Sharice is 57. So Karen is 2 years older than her.
I did not have her being 57.
Yeah,
wow.
So it's kind of like still her and Karen are the older side. So her being there with Karen, she's the elder. Karen likes being the oldest person there.
Okay.
She doesn't like the competition for Grand Dame. I'm like, girl, nobody's competing to be Grand Dame. It started as a joke to you.
Okay.
And it's like Karen, you're too old to just be fucking lying. Just say you don't fucking like her. Stop saying we good, we good. No, y'all not. Be that honest.
Yeah.
It's okay to say you don't like.
Do you think that she said we're good as in you ever had like you kind of had an issue with somebody, but as long as they stayed out of your way, even if
as long as they don't say that two words to me, it's like we can coexist.
And you think she thought that, but then she didn't. She forgot that there's going to be people there pushing.
You forgot that you were co-hosting a trip with Ashley Darby.
Yeah, and Giselle and Robin was going to be there. Yeah,
and Sharice. So the thing about that whole
she's a friend of, like a real friend of.
That she really is their friend. So the thing about it is like people are like, why is Giselle Robin? This is why I need y'all to go back to season 1. Giselle's been doing this since day damn one.
Mm-hmm. With Sharice and Karen.
Sharice dug in her ass at the beginning of season 2. And what the fuck happened? Giselle backed down so quick, apologized, and noticed their friends. And it's like, why do you think that is? Because she is the fucking grand dame. Giselle is always standing up for her. And
like Karen said, Robin, she does know things about them.
And Wendy be like, everybody basically says the same thing. Sharice don't know, right? Yeah, because she know people. And I think the other reason is it's like, Karen, I think it stings that. So I'm gonna ask you, because you started from day one.
Okay.
Name a housewife on Potomac who stuck up for Karen other than Candace.
No one.
Interesting. Ain't it?
Yeah.
Nobody don't go to bat.
No.
For Karen, the way that the Green Eye Bandits and Ashley
go for Sharice. Because even really Robin in her confessional was like, and I was laughing because a part of me, I get what Robin is saying. She's correct, but also, again, the way they were treating Wendy. But Robin was really was like, Sharice is a person. I was like, dag, they really they really like each other. But do you remember?
And Robin and Sharice have been friends
before season 5, which is why I said Giselle stays lying, because when you hear Giselle tell the story of how Robin got on the show, she says it was because she recommended her. No, you didn't. Sharice did. Now you may have called the producers after Robin told you she bombed her, whatever. But think back, Stephanie. I know you saw these pictures because I think Candace was invited too, which is why Monique trying to be like, oh, I'm mad at Candace because she invited Sharice, when Candace and Sharice have been friends too. Do you remember?
And they actually worked their shit out, because they started off on the worst. And where was it? Giselle was right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Don't talk to Sharice that
way. Sticking up for her. You're right.
It's like nobody sticks up for Karen. Except Candace.
For Candace.
Called HR on her and she's like, yeah, I'm good on you.
Yeah, like that. Like, we're going to film this show together because Karen low-key threatened her last season when she said, I'm worried about you, Candace, at the reunion.
Like, I tried to get you help. Karen, stop fucking lying.
But even think about last season. People are like, why is Candace filming with these people? Because Karen low-key reminded her, because what has Andy always said? If
people don't film with you, have no story.
And she said, Karen said to her at the reunion last year, I'm worried about you, Candace. Basically, because if you keep acting like this, you may not have any friends. What she was trying to say is you won't have anybody to film with. And the reality is, if she wants to be on the show, just like the rest of them, there has to be conflict and some sort of resolution, which is why I think she keeps with Ashley. It's like, she's going to be here. But remember, Giselle hosted off camera Sharice's birthday at that dinner. Robin was there. And Candace was actually invited.
I'm pretty sure
she couldn't make
Karen. Remember that was not. And the thing about it is, like, if you look like when it's off season, do you see Karen around these heifers? No, I ain't got time for you bitches. I ain't filming.
Because
I even believe Giselle when she said that. I'm like, me too. That sounds like something.
Because she doesn't want them to know her
business
life. Yeah.
Because I think when they were in that and Monique's basement drinking all the Fireball and Robin brought it up, she dug in Robin's ass.
Yes,
like, madam.
What do you think it is with her and Robin? So it's something that they can't like
So remember season 3 about the tag situation?
Oh, that's what it
is
is, because she called. That's what it is.
Robin.
That's
so
what it
Robin,
is.
when Candace got beat up by Monique, what happened? Robin went to go check on her. When it's like she talked to Wendy in the off season about the rumors. She's like, Robin be checking up on people.
On people, yeah.
People off camera. I'm like, that's why I'm like, I think Robin is probably the most normal out of everybody here.
And I hate that the camera only shows her alliance with Giselle.
Right. Because the thing about it is, I think that was interesting because pretty much I feel like if me and you were on a show, they're like, y'all, these brown-eyed girls, them brown-eyed bitches, they clicked up. And it's like,
and we would be, like Candy said,
clicked up.
I'm just letting you know coming in.
Y'all up each other's asses. I'm like, but it's probably because we agree on things.
Yeah.
And that's what I've started to notice about Robin. Like, I've noticed that from Rip. It's like, it's not that they're up each other's asses. It's because they agree on things. And that's actually kind of scary when you're like, when y'all agree on something that everybody else don't agree with. So it's like, why the fuck are y'all doing this?
It's y'all too.
I will give a pedal to Robin. Let's be very clear. She flat out told Wendy, I ain't inviting you to shit. Karen don't do that.
Yeah.
It's like, see, that's the thing. It's she
plays this game.
Right. And then Giselle was like, girl, don't hug me. We not cool. And it's like, everybody's like, why is she doing all that? I'm like, because she not being fake with y'all asses. She is not being Karen Huger, which, by the way, I'm like, girl, it ain't that deep. It's just a hug. Like, she's not asking you to like tongue her down, and I would tongue Wendy down because she's fine as hell. Let's be very clear. Sidebar. Wendy.
Yes.
Osefo.
And the fit
style. Let me just tell you, she has upped their group grade because baby, Wendy turned a look.
When you look back over her pictures and stuff throughout the years, like, you can see, she always turned to look. We caught her 8 weeks postpartum.
It's like
in a fight.
Girl.
Because even then, she was bringing things to the table, but now she's bringing things.
It's like, girl, she got them titties. She got them titties tucked. She got a butt lift.
They have lost the swelling. They have dropped into where they're supposed to be naturally.
I like, come on, sis. I'm like, Wendy Osefo brings a look
with her 4 degrees.
4 degrees and 4 degrees of style.
And that's, I go back to people. I saw somebody say, well, Wendy said Karen didn't have a degree. Did y'all forget that's because Karen met with Robin and Giselle for tea and said, what kind of doctor is she? And was downplaying her degrees. And then they ran back and told Wendy. And Wendy said to her face, you talking about my degrees when you don't have one to speak of. That is not putting her down. That's real. You don't, like when Ebony told Luann, no, based off of what you said out your mouth.
Correct.
I am.
Correct.
The most educated
person
here. As far as here.
She didn't say nothing about your RN degree. She didn't say nothing about your bachelor's. You ain't saying nothing about your BS.
And she didn't say smartest, because smartest and educated are two different things.
And so it's kind of like you just go, Karen, I don't need you doing all this. When if you would have told me, I'd like, and then the whole girl, so better yet, I'm just gonna let y'all know there's gonna be a part 2 because we need more time because we need like cracked all the other people. When I think about the people who had we had Karen versus Sharice.
Well, wait a minute. Part 2 is going to be on mine tomorrow, which will be out Friday. Because we record tomorrow.
Yep, we're gonna talk about this. So out of the Karen versus Sharice.
Okay.
Jacqueline versus Mia.
Child.
Robin versus Karen. And Ashley versus Candace. If you would have told me the most mature conversation would have been Candace v. Ashley, I'd have been like, I don't know.
Girl, the look on Ashley. Okay, this brings me to okay.
Yeah.
Because guys, again, Stephanie's recording on mine tomorrow and it's going to be out on Friday. So when is this coming out?
It's coming out. What is today? Today is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
I can say this. Tuesday, January 17th. It will be out on Thursday.
Okay, good. January so then it'll 19th. Be back to back. So okay. So because I need to ask you this, you brought because I've been waiting. I purposely did not ask you in the text. Okay, I already know that you're going to tell the truth anyway. So I need to see your.
I need to turn my camera on.
No. I agree. Even though I sort of felt like clearly Ashley had a loss and clearly she was upset. I sort of felt like something was going on, but I was like, nope. So Candace, I'm going to go ahead and say yes. you probably should have kept that comment off camera to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Mm-hmm.
and just stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
At that reunion, when Andy said, Monique, you've gotten a lot of backlash because of the basically you drinking and driving and the things that Ashley was saying. And then Chris comes on and it's almost, and well, I'm sorry, Monique says, yes, people are saying that the reason that I had the miscarriage was because of my drinking. And then Chris comes on and is almost crying and basically is begging Ashley, can you please stop saying the things you're saying? Because people are coming at my wife saying this is the reason she's having a miscarriage. So did Ashley directly say that? No. But I believe Ashley knew what she was doing because she wouldn't even budge an inch with this grown man almost near tears because his wife is pregnant now after she just lost a baby. And people are coming at her saying, you're drinking. It's probably why you miscarried, because not just based off that one incident, because Ashley made it very clear, make no mistake, I make no mistakes when it came to her drinking. Do you find that the situations, it's almost too parallel and almost too funny that these both happen in the same season, but people forget about that one with Ashley? I'm just asking.
When I tell you, I had to take several gulps of water because here's the deal. Little Miss Forehead, people act when it comes to the stuff that Ashley has done on this show. Ooh, it's like man. The Men in Black has come into everybody's house and neuralized them.
Can you post this clip of you saying that? This one right here.
Yes, I will. When I tell you the amount of, are y'all fucking kidding me? Let's be very clear. She did not allude to her losing her miscarriage happened. Drinking. However, she did kind of allude that she's a drunk driver.
And that she
didn't fall asleep at the wheel. She drove her car into a ditch because she was drunk driving. Not that she was tired. Because one, that actually can happen. Yeah. People can get really tired and they can crash their car. It was also in the middle. It wasn't late at night.
But it was later in the right.
Later in the evening, because all Karen gave them was salty peanuts and water. It's like, girl, you asked them to put on their.
It was after the press conference, right?
Yes, it was after the press conference. They stayed and got something to eat because all she gave them was salty peanuts. Because that guy that directed the drag show that Matt. She said was Matt, who directed her drag show. I'm like, you know what?
Karen, who also works for Margaret, Melissa, and some other housewives.
Cynthia. Everybody.
I'm sorry, Cynthia.
Everybody knows Matt.
Which is why I think Karen is lying about knowing him since 16 or 17, that he was her son's friend.
Okay. I'm not doing this with Surrey County. I'm not doing this with Surrey County, okay? I'm not doing this because I'm like, girl, don't listen to Karen. So here's the deal. So this is the other thing. I found it and even Robin is doing this, which is why that whole thing with Wendy, I'm like, girl, if you can forgive Ashley, who you literally going to mop the floor with her blood at that kangaroo meat factory, I think you could let this shit go with Wendy, but it does not help that she don't have somebody in her corner telling her to stop.
Right. It's the opposite.
They don't like her ass either. So there's nobody going like, girl, this is over. Like,
because even if
put a button on it.
Nobody's even if I didn't say me and you on the show, and I didn't, one of your friends came for me, but I saw that y'all actually had a genuine relationship. I may say now, I don't like that girl.
I don't like her, but let me tell you about this situation.
But especially if I started it, because Giselle started that stuff with Wendy. So
like the thing about, and again, Ashley gets off scot-free.
Because
let's just be very clear, her breast milk and her forehead came down to Virginia with that. And the thing about it is, I wish Wendy had did the thing that Candace had did. When she said, can we talk to you? No, ma'am.
Yes.
Because what happened is that the first time Ashley asked Wendy, can we talk to you? She said no.
She did.
And I'm like, Wendy, stop. Do not go there, talk to that girl.
Yep.
And it's like, she was like, oh, but it's just gonna take a minute. Bitch, she don't owe you any time.
Nothing.
And after 3 back-to-back group meals of y'all literally like digging into her, why are y'all doing this? Leave her alone.
Wendy was still trying to.
She's like, I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be cool. And now y'all drinking whiskey. Bitch, what the hell?
I
get it. Ashley, you can't drink because you are nursing, because then you will have to get rid of the breast milk because you got the alcohol in your system.
Exactly.
Baby, I get it. These bitches are drinking. find some time when y'all come back to Potomac, Maryland. It's like,
right.
find some other time.
For you to leave your
you
baby
out of pocket with
3
this
hours each
Girl,
way.
you 3 hours to start some damn mess, and then you're mad at Candace. Like, Candace don't know how to. When I tell you
Girl.
the amount of the thing about everybody's like, oh my God, Candace has grown up so much. No,
she
hasn't. I'm like, this is like Candace was kind of this way, because let's be very clear. She got into it with Sharice because Sharice started with her.
It's like Candace has been this way.
Like, she's always been this way. When Ashley and Karen going back and back, what was her buddy Mocha doing?
And then she was laughing.
Everybody was in that car laughing except for Candace. She's like, leave Karen alone.
Yep.
She has always been this way. But what has been happening is that y'all don't give her the grace that she gives y'all. Always been the problem. It's like, y'all like, oh, Candace, you need to act this way. Because she said it her first season. She's like, I have to deal with my mama treating me like shit. I'd be damned if I let y'all do it. I'm like,
and so I'm just getting you off of me,
right
off rip. I'm just letting you know, you come for me. But you know what else I don't like about the audience? I don't
understand. It's like, oh, y'all got mamas, so y'all know that black mama thing. It's because like, some people like, look, it's a tightrope sometimes. Some people have very, very tenuous, praise God, tenuous relationships with their mother. Where it's like, your mama can get away with saying some shit to you.
I feel like alluded to that too a little bit with her mom.
She did. But so does kind of Robin. Yeah, it's like all of them kind of do, except maybe Ashley, because you know, like that lady that used to see. No, let me shut up.
Ooh, I know what she was getting ready to say.
I was about to say something.
I was getting ready to back you up on it. Mm-hmm.
But so the thing about it is, it's like y'all didn't understand but it's like y'all wanted to treat her a certain way. She is living a life that y'all are going to not want to. You're going to provide to your children.
Yes.
You all of y'all on this cast. Except like at the time, because Ashley didn't have any children, all of y'all got daughters. Well, actually, no, Robin don't. Robin has 2 sons.
That's right. Right.
But it's like y'all all have children. So if y'all are making like generating this wealth and creating generational wealth, why y'all being so weird about this? With Candace is always, it was like, wait a minute. Y'all praise that lady with 4 homes. What the fuck she supposed to do with 4 homes? So you mean to tell me when your kids
and what did she do to get the 4 homes? Because Chris was with his ex named Big Mobile that we cannot find. I'm sorry.
So the thing, but my thing it was like, wait a minute, you got 4 homes. So you mean to tell me one of your children could not live in one of your homes that you pay for?
Oh, say that, girl. If you don't say that,
like, do you know there's a football player named Arian Foster, and he used to play for the Texans and running back. Running backs, when I tell you workhorses, I'm not even missing words. That's exactly what they are.
Wow.
They get their bodies banged the fuck up.
You said the running backs.
He's a running back. Football players in general, but running backs.
But absolutely. Running backs, okay.
So the thing about it is, he said something. Mind you, this is a grown man, and he said, "Yeah, let me tell you something. I busted my ass. I broke up my body in the NFL. My kids don't ever have to leave. They can live here as long as they want. They can live there their entire life if they want to." He's like, they ain't gotta leave for what? And he only got 1 house.
Right.
He was like,
that is such a good point.
4 homes. Y'all got all this generational wealth. He's like, oh my God, how dare Candace? I'm like, you mean to tell me her mother and her father, who are affluent, have multiple homes and she can live here? Girl, shut up.
And you don't think that, because I heard her on her podcast and it made sense, you don't think they taught her how to manage money with the businesses that she had established before coming on the show?
Chrissy, they are helping her build a house. I'm like,
if you have, I said, catch that tea. She came to stay with Candace while the family
is building her house. I'm like, the thing about it is like, y'all thought that shit was funny because y'all were clicked up. But let's be very clear, Karen. You don't stick up for nobody either. That's probably why people don't stick up for you.
Not a one person. To me, Karen, what really got me this season about Karen and with the Wendy and Mia of it all, she said Mia was wrong, but Wendy, she didn't like the lies Wendy was telling. And I'm tired, and I'm tired of the viewers too, and the cast acting like what Wendy was saying was out of pocket when last season at Candace's townhouse.
Say it.
At the party they had before, because she was selling it, Mia said that she likes to watch Gordon have sex with other women because they were playing the drink game Never Have I Ever. She drank on Never Have I Ever Had a Threesome, and then they asked her about it, and then she, as Mia does, the story changes. I like to watch. So everything that Mia was saying, everything that Wendy was saying was true. And Mia, don't think we didn't catch, because Rodney brought it up too. And I was like, oh, I know exactly what Mia is trying to do, because she just did it on social media with Wendy last week or the week before. Don't think the dog whistle that you threw out, what's wrong with being gay? You called my husband gay. Girl. We know what you were trying to do. Wendy last week or the week before used the meme, this is so funny, of Jay-Z in the wig, like smoking a cigarette with the nails that people use. And Wendy tried to act as if, Mia tried to act as if Wendy was transphobic for that. I said, girl.
Well, see, you know what? Yeah, let me just put this here.
Mr. Faison just gave me the signal.
Hi, Corey.
She said, hi, Corey. He said, like, hey.
But yes, we're going to put a button in this because
So where is, okay, we have to pick exactly back up because we're recording tomorrow, same time. We're picking up on the Candace generational wealth of it all.
And we're going to talk about how they are able to have this. And as much as I get for her a lot, she backed down really quickly when Candace was like, so yeah, we're going to pick up on Ashley v. Candace when we come on. What else is going on?
The look on her face, the look on Ashley's face.
And notice, nobody said that Candace was wrong.
Not one person.
Not even her buddy, Giselle.
Look, I was getting ready to say something about, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to wait till tomorrow.
It's going to be on tomorrow, y'all. So
I'm so excited. Yay! I'm so excited.
Look at that. Ooh,
Thank you for working in this time frame. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on.
Stephanie makes me feel like I'm so important because she always says I'm busy. And what's funny is normally it's that she knows I'm out doing my delivery for shipped and stuff and making that money, especially when they have bonuses. No, but now it's like I'm home, but I told Stephanie we've been trying to do this thing with our family, with the kids, and like all of us doing FaceTime calls together. Yes, doing FaceTime calls together.
Yeah, and next time little Corey is home, come visit. He's taking me because we're gonna get our nails done. Well, I'm going with Corey.
Now, let me tell you, if you say he gonna say, "Is Aunt Stephanie? Is she buying? Because I'm flying." No, I'm just kidding.
No. Like, look here. Like,
I'll be like, yes, you will be Aunt. Let Aunt Stephanie spoil you until she has. Because she is, I'm claiming this because I'm going to have a niece, nephew, both, whatever. 2 little twins that she dresses in prep school clothes that know how to cuss you out and conjugate verbs and nouns.
If and when I have children, just know y'all going to be sick of me. Because they were like, why? Like, look here, my kids are probably going to be funny.
Taria and Corey, did y'all have kids? Nope, these are, these are
like,
ours.
Why are these kids here? I'm like, cause Stephanie said, I'm like,
because we got the room. She said, we had them. I had them for y'all.
Exactly. I'd be like, I'm gonna just go drop off the kids. Like, okay, I see y'all later. Okay, thanks. Bye.
You're gonna be getting calls in a good way from the schools. Stephanie, we were discussing Huckleberry Finn.
With
I
don't know why you did it with my children.
We were discussing Huckleberry Finn, and I'm trying to read a chapter. But your child keeps bringing up the nuances. And we don't teach them about nuances.
Of course y'all don't.
In elementary school.
I'm like, I don't know why. Like, look here. I'm like, child.
Did you see, real quick, there was a TikTok and a guy was laughing. And I was trying to figure out if it was real. Through the comments, it looked like it was real. But he had the laughing track. It was the black guy. And he said, my son got suspended from school because they brought up February is Black History Month. What? March is Women's Month. June. Was it June? That's LGBTQ.
That's probably.
And what are the other 9 months? And his son said discrimination against the people that don't look like the white folks. And so he got in trouble.
Where is this little boy who's crying because the white people killed Martin Luther? The whites killed him. He was a good man. And I was like, Now he a good man, Savannah. He's a good man, Savannah.
As Portia said, I'm dead to the bed, child.
Oh my god.
Nah, he is a good man. Okay, but yes, I mean, Stephanie will be on. What else is going on tomorrow? So when y'all are listening to this on Thursday, just know that Stephanie's part is coming out on Friday.
Yes,
and I'm excited because I'm giving Mr. Faison. I'm not recording Thursday saying, "Oh yeah, this comes out tomorrow." So he has 2 days.
I love it. I like how that's what happens. You have a production team.
Listen. If I was doing it, I would tell y'all. I would call this podcast raw because I'm not editing anything. I'm not editing in songs. You ain't gonna hear no transition,
no jingle, no cut. It's like, wait a minute, what happened?
Would be just straight through.
It's like, what the world? Who uploaded this? Corey? No. Right. Like, no. It's like, are you kidding me? That's a slap on my face. I know how to edit.
But I'm excited. And then I actually do need to send out to the group me, you, and Zell recording, but we'll talk about that. But yes, Stephanie will be on my podcast tomorrow. That part. So part 2 of this will be out this Friday.
It will be. So y'all, this has been a Mocha Minutes podcast. I will be back next week. Oh, so excited. All right, y'all.